Hello, Dominic from BMT Spain, the channel for beginners to advanced players, and this is the fourth class of the beginners course. And like always, we will start with try catching and throwing, then we will repeat the forehand, the complete stroke, trying to find the rhythm. We start to play a little bit with the softer ball, and then again we will do the serve completely, also again try to find that rhythm. So let's go. And as always, we start with catching and throwing, but because it's already the fourth class, from now on we go with both hands to get that body in the right position normally and having the right steps. So you will see she will get a lot in that open position, which we like at BMT. And the circle, the C. Today we will also learn to have an idea how big you can make it if you have the time, or you don't have the time to make a big C, or you can open directly the racket. So the catching and the throwing, depending on how well it goes, yeah, you can do this longer or shorter. So here we will start now, and we will take the racket and we will try to make that C. As you can see, she needs to find that rhythm, that speed of the ball. She needs to make that bounce and turn with the speed of the ball. If the ball is slow, well, her turn will also be slow. And little by little, this is practice, yeah, she will get in that rhythm. So a few minutes later we have this one here, so it's already getting better in that rhythm. Yeah, she goes well with the hands, so then the body will be in a better position like this, and then it's easier to find the rhythm. And also we will start to learn if the ball is, let's say, lower, or the ball will come faster, then from that position on she will open straight the racket. Things like we do in the mini tennis. Once we start to play with mini tennis, we don't always need that big circle, and for that we will take both possibilities. So here I'm explaining that you can also just open the racket if you don't have the time to make that big seal. Yeah, you just open the racket. So here she has time, movement is bigger. So here she has no time, just open the racket. Here she has big time, a lot of time, big circle. Time, more big movement. Yeah. Now again I'm explaining, if you have the time, you make a bigger circle. If you don't have the time, you can just open. Yeah. You adjust to the ball that's coming. If it's a slow ball like this, well, you have lots of time, then use that time. If you don't have the time, less time like this, then you make the movement shorter or bigger like this one. So it all depends. Learn to see which ball is coming. See, short ball, just open. And for that, bounce and turn. If you have the time, we turn with the speed of the ball, or we just open like this one. Yeah, so you can adjust to the ball that's coming. It's not that it's one big movement or there's only one movement. It all depends on the incoming ball. So for that, we do this a lot. And here, this is the last part we do. And as you can see, after about 10 minutes, you start to get easy that rhythm, bounce and turn. Yeah, hands to contact, looking for the bounce. On the bounce, you start to turn with the speed of the ball, and that's the BMT system. So now we will start to play, yeah, and trying to use the complete movement, yeah, the complete stroke. But we start with the red balls, or what we call the mush ball, yeah. So she also have to get used a little bit, because this is a different bounce than the normal balls. So in the beginning, yeah, it's more adapting, learning to see how the ball bounces. Is it slower? Is it faster? Bounces it higher. So this can take also a few minutes to get used to it. And from there on, yeah, you just focus on the getting the hands right, getting the body in the right position, learning to find the bounce, and then try to move with the speed of the ball. The speed of the ball will be your rhythm. So if you're in the same rhythm of the ball, then you will always have the right speed of your movement, bounce and turn. So if you move with the ball, you're always in the right rhythm. And for that we start with slower balls, so she can have more time to have that technique. You do this about 10 minutes every time you play. So we start with the red ones, and then we will go to the orange ones, and then we will go to the yellow ones with the green dot, and then we will go with the normal balls, but this will be more around the, let's say, 7, 8 or 9, 10 class. So this is the 4 class, so we start already to play. This is in the forehand. So next class we will do also the two-handed backhand. So this will be almost a whole class, a little bit repeating this in the forehand, yeah, to get used to the rhythm, because the rhythm of the forehand in the backhand will not be that different. But as you can see, little by little, it's also starting to move, starting to run more, yeah, getting distance to the ball, and from there on you try to make a rally as long as possible. So once you get used to the speed of the ball, the bounce of the ball, yeah, this is where it will get better. So this is after about 10 minutes of playing, and you will see here that this rally will go longer, and bounce and turn, yeah, and getting in that ready position, turn, looking for the bounce, try to get in that rhythm of the ball. Yeah, there she stopped, she didn't finish. Yeah, okay, she correct herself. Bounce and turn, touch and finish. Bounce and turn, touch and finish. I cannot ask you enough to work on that finish. So once they get used to that, yeah, it's easier, yeah, to do the complete stroke without any stress, because a lot of players, they stop, yeah, and once you get used to that rhythm, it's easier to stay in the rhythm also. So up there she had it in 2 times, so I will ask every time, touch and finish, touch and finish. So let's go to the serve again, and let's get the rhythm in the serve now. And again, also we start with throwing. Yeah, first the throwing action, and this you should do every time you start, especially in the first 10 classes. We always will start with catching and throwing, or in the serve the throwing, and then try to make the combination that you have the toss, let's say the throw with the left arm, then the throw with the right arm. Make that combination left, right, and also in the positions, the frontal half open, and then the normal position, yeah, left goes up, yeah. The toss will become very important. The better the toss, yeah, the easier the rest will go. So a toss should be practiced a lot, which actually hasn't been done in a lot of places. So once you get the one right, because we work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, once the one is right, here you see that the ball is too low because the one was not well done. So the speed of the arm will also be the height of your ball. So if you go slow, you will not have like this one, or she didn't finish with the arm, let's say straight up, then she will not have the time, yeah, to get a good extension, yeah, which I am explaining here. So she was pushing, and that's why you need to turn. If you turn, the hand gets behind the elbow, and if the hand is behind the elbow, you can have an extension, and this is where you get the power in your serve, the extension, not the pushing part. So we have to focus. Well, here the arm didn't go up, so for that we will start, yeah, to get practicing more the toss. So she need to have, voila, almost there. So the one gets important. Once she gets the one well, like this was very good, yeah. If you toss it normally, you should be able to catch the ball almost in the same place where you stopped your arm. So here the ball is higher and she gets more time. So that was before with the shorter racket in the heart, and now we go to the complete grip, let's say, in the back, and from there we are going to now try to get the arms more open. So the left arm goes more up and the right arm stays a little more down. So I'm explaining this more like the wings of an airplane. So depending little by little, afterwards you can choose if she wants to make a more abbreviated one, But now I want her to understand, that if you have a good toss, you will have a lot of time to this movement fluently. So this is a higher one, but too much in front. So also here, let's check the one. The one was not high enough. The arm was not extended like it's supposed to be. This is better. Now she has more time. And again, this is the practice. So this arm is better. That serve goes easier. So once your students get to understand this, that once you have the time, there's no rushing, then you can start to have the second part, the throwing motion, and we want this part to become fluently. So you have the part with the left arm, the toss, and then you have the part with the right arm, the throwing motion. And this is what the coordination is about, to combine, the left arm and the right arm, which goes first, which goes how fast. So throwing with the left arm and then making a throwing motion with the right arm. So here we go. If the one is good, you will see that we can get a good serve. This one was lower, so she has to shorten that swing. This one is higher, but she didn't do it fluent enough to get the contact on the right height, let's say. So this one is a little better, but she has to try to go more fluently and take the ball a little higher. And again, this is practice, so we need again a lot of balls to hit, and little by little, the right arm there, she didn't have the whole straight arm up. This was better, and as you can see, it also gets better if the toss is good. So here we have also higher toss and an easier serve. So this gets very important. Once you get a good toss, the movement gets a lot of easier. So this was about the serve.